Hey everybody, welcome to LD Geeks Elder Speak. My name is Randy. In the background today, you're going to be seeing gameplay footage from Battlefront. I haven't been playing more Battlefront, obviously, the beta's over, but I feel like this is a more relevant game for what I'm talking about. And a lot of this is kind of coming up because of some of the reactions that I got to the Battlefront video. Reactions to the Battlefront video were great. You know, even people that didn't agree with me so much still found some value in the video. And that always makes me feel really good, you know? They're like, hey, you made some good points here, however I disagree with you. That's awesome. I love when I get responses like that. But my general thought to the public today, and hopefully we can get some cool discussions going on here, is what would you do? You know, what game mechanics would you do or would you remove to improve online first-person shooters? And as I said in the Battlefront beta video, I'm horrible at online first-person shooters. I am bad. You know, I am consistently in the lower half of the scoreboard. It's a rare game for me to be in the top half. It's even rarer for me to be in top 5 or top 3. In fact, if I'm in top 5 or top 3, then of my team, then my side's gonna lose. But that doesn't mean I don't like them. I really do like first-person shooters. But I would like to see them get better, and I would love to hear people's ideas to what they would do to make it better. For me, just kind of jotted down a couple of ideas that I'm going to toss out there. I honestly think that more first-person shooters need bots. And I had suggested that in the Battlefront beta, and there were some people that were like almost violently against the idea of having more bots. But I think the bots were great in a game like Titanfall. In Titanfall, they made it a little bit more cinematic. They made it for people like me who are not awesome at first-person shooters, gave them something to still shoot and do something, you know, without feeling like totally worthless when it comes to the whole rest of the game. Like, no, I might not be able to like lay down 3 dudes in a row before I die, but at least I can take out some bots and feel like I've done something and enjoyed something about the game while I'm playing it. And they don't really detract anything from people who are really good at the game. So people who are already really good at first-person shooters can shoot other people and bots at the same time. People who kind of stink at them, like me, can at least shoot bots, and then maybe shoot other people once in a while. Maybe we'll get the jump on them, or you know, catch somebody when they're reloading after they get done shooting bots for a while. But I do think that bots can help, you know, make the battlefield seem a little bit less empty. If you know, I don't know. It's a shooter. Why not give people more things to shoot while you're out playing a game where you want to go and shoot things? So that's one idea. 2, and this has always kind of been weird to me ever since I think Call of Duty started this. I could be totally wrong, but Call of Duty at least made it popular. Is the idea of a kill streak bonus. You know, back in the day, like in Unreal Tournament and stuff, your kill streak bonus was hearing the announcer just saying monster kill, ultra kill. But now, in a lot of shooters, a lot of Call of Duty shooters and a lot of Call of Duty based shooters, whenever you have a kill streak, you're awarded with more power, which is kind of backwards in that mentality. It's like a real life scenario would be like, say you were playing just an intramural game of basketball. You were out playing basketball with some friends, and a team of professional players comes out and says, hey, you know what, we want to play games with you. And you're like, hey, cool, get to play games with these awesome dudes. And they just like, you know, they just like cream you guys. They just like scrape your face on the you know, on the court because you're terrible and they're obviously awesome. And then in that scenario, the referees would say, hey, you know what, you just scored 5 times in a row on those guys. We're now going to let you punch them in the face, and we're going to turn our head every time that happens because you know what, you're awesome at this game, so we're going to let you now punch the team in the face. And then if you know what I mean? Like, why give the team who obviously has, or give people who obviously have more skill, why give them an advantage over the people who have less skill? If anything, I still think that kill streaks should exist, but perhaps the kill streak reward should be something different, like an experience, you know, boost or something along those lines. For, you know, double XP for the next 5 rounds, double XP for the next 5 minutes, exponential XP growth, so you could, you know, up to a point, so exponential XP growth and up to like 5 times XP growth per kill. That way, that person's still getting rewarded for, you know, having a kill streak, but at the same time, they're not really. It's for the people who are losing. They're not feeling like they're just having their guts kicked in. There's always people out there that say, oh, you know, what's your excuse to get good? Yeah, to a point. But when you're a guy like me, and a lot of people out there who have been playing first-person shooters for X number of years, I'm not getting any better. You know, I've been playing first-person shooters online since Medal of Honor, and I've been doing it like every year, year after year. I haven't gotten any better. I'm never gonna get better. I am at the skill level that I will always be at, probably. You know, short of me like playing all day, every day, and practicing. And even then, I don't know how much better I'm gonna get. So, I mean, I think there needs to be a little bit of a playing field evening there. Feel free to disagree with me. I don't care. And then that kind of brings up another idea that I had. Maybe this is totally done. This is kind of a little bit out of left field. But when you were a kid and you played sports, if you played sports, there was always something called like what the kids always called no smear rules. So in Little League Baseball, I think like when I grew up, it was like the opposing team could never score more than 5 runs per inning, or no team could score more than 5 runs per inning. And there was, there's a couple of reasons for that. And it's not to be like, oh, gonna make our kids turn into a bunch of pussies because they don't know how to lose. There's that. There's also the fact that like the games go on forever if you don't install those no smear rules. And there's also, like, yeah, people can lose, but there's also, like, a dignified way of losing. And there's dignified ways of winning, too. So perhaps no smear rules kind of need to be carried into non-competitive matches of first-person shooters. And that would be kind of neat if you could have, competitive/hardcore matches where no smear rules can exist. But then it would also be nice if there were, like, servers where you could have no smear rules, where you can't have a kill streak. You can't go 20-0... and then just be like, ah. Like, I don't know, maybe the game could disable stuff. Maybe it could disable reloading on that person who has like a kill streak of 10 or 11 or something like that. Maybe it completely disables shooting entirely. And then the challenge then becomes for that person to just not get shot. The point is, like, it would I don't know, just kind of evening the playing field would make it more fun for a lot of people. Might also help weed out some cheaters as well. Speaking of which, God, you know what they really need to bring back? And I feel like this video is going to go on for a really long time. It's just going to be old man shaking his fist at the clouds about what's wrong with first-person shooters. But they really need to bring back kick bans. Kick bans were great. Because not only did it, like, let people kick out on their own, people who they were suspecting of cheating, that the servers obviously didn't pick up on, but it let you kind of kick out people who were just kind of jerks. There's no automatic jerk filter, but it's nice to be able to just do that. Just get rid of a jerk out of a server, because jerks can ruin a time just as quickly as anything else in these games. So God, I really do wish that they could bring back kick bans, but just simplify it. Kick ban for reason 1, 2, 3, 4. Suspected cheating. Guy's way too skilled for the rest of us. Guy's a jerk. Never just because, even though once in a while you'll get the just becauses. Gosh, just having said that, just improved security in general. People always say, oh, I never see any cheaters and whatever. They exist. They're everywhere. And don't say it's a PC only problem, because there's tons of cheaters on cheaters and exploiters in consoles as well. But they really do need to improve security on console or on first-person shooter online games. It seems as though once these games release that the developers kind of stop caring, and the attitude is, yeah, we'll patch it when we're done with the next DLC. I think that game security is kind of a big thing for these games, and I wish they would focus a little bit more on it. And I don't know, finally, again, for the sake of balancing, just the balancing act, I think that server browsers need to be a little bit smarter. Now with services like EA's services, with Origin and Call of Duty has had their Call of Duty online. Basically, their servers have been collecting like pretty much every piece of data about you. Everything from how many rounds you've shot to how many times you've hit target accuracy, everything. Everything that you've done in the game is data that they have collected and basically using it against you. But they never really collected any of that data, and they're never using that to like filter people into servers where they should be, best used. The days of being able to select your own server are kind of going out the window. So if they're going to be using all of this data, it would be really nice if they could use all of this data and only allow people, or, only put you into servers where you're best skilled. If you're horrible at the game, they should put you into servers where you're playing up against equally horrible people. If you're really skilled at the game, it should be trying to put you into servers where they put all the really skilled people. And I think that would improve the fun for everybody. But I don't know if that's ever really happening. Maybe it is. Maybe if somebody knows out there, if they actually do that, that'd be awesome. But I really don't think they do. I think it's just kind of like, we're gonna dump you into the first empty server possible, you know. And you could have a 40 and 0 run, but we're gonna keep you in that server, you know, versus the people you've been smearing the whole time. I don't know. That's just me. Crazy, cranky old man. I'd love to hear what everybody else's ideas are for improving first-person shooters. I also do think that they really need to be bringing back destructible environments. Why did that stop after Battlefield Bad Company 2? What the heck? That was amazing. They need to be bringing back the bigger, more balanced maps. Battlefield Bad Company 2, again, had really awesome balanced maps. They had great rush mode, and it was 64 versus 64, or at least 32 versus 32, or whatever. And whatever happened to the 64-player browsers? I mean, I know that, like, overcrowded maps are not fun. You know, you don't want to... Battlefield 3 was kind of... had a ton of this, where there was too many maps where you could have, like, just a ton of people all standing in the same spot, just getting shot over and over again. But if you have these nice open maps, these nice balanced maps with fun things to do, they're way more fun. I much prefer the big, exciting battles versus, like, these little rinky-dinky ones. Even little rinky-dinky fun, like, balanced ones are fun, but only to a certain extent. Yeah. Oh well. I feel like I've been ranting long enough. Anyway, like I said, I'd love to hear your thoughts. That's it for me. Yay! Look at this. How many Elder Speaks in a row is this now? Like 3? 4? Told you I'd stick around. Coming up soon from me is going to be a video review for a game I've been dragging my feet on reviewing because it's a very small game called Anode, A-N-O-D-E. I streamed it last Friday, and I really love this game. I just need to get off of my butt and write the review for it. It reminds me a lot of Street Fighter or Puzzle Fighter 2, which was an amazing game. So it's a lot like Puzzle Fighter 2, but Tetris as well, and it's got co-op play. My only real beef with the game, here I'm like spoiling it for everybody. The only real beef that I have with the game is the fact that it doesn't have online multiplayer. It has co-op multiplayer, which is great, but you know it's nice to be able to have online multiplayer for that stuff as well. Okay, that's it for me. Talked enough. Bye! This video is made possible through generous fan donations on Patreon.